One of the biggest reasons people are not happy is because they are never satisfied. It's never enough, It's like no matter what happens, it's never enough. You get a new girlfriend, you're happy for a while, and after a while, you take it for granted. The happiness is gone. Or you get a new job, and for a while you're happy, but then you see, this is wrong, I want a new job. You start a business, and first you're excited, and then, this is so tough, I have to show up, I have to do this and that. We are never satisfied, That's such a huge problem, that no matter how much things we can get, no matter what beautiful conditions we live in or not, it doesn't matter, because our mind always focuses on the things which are not so great or not so great anymore. How to get out of this situation, basically. And it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter, because we always create problems for ourselves. If we live in the country where we have to fight for survival, basically, then this is the biggest problem, and we think this is the problem. Then we move to another country where survival is kind of taken care of. People create different problems, they create a lot of inner problems. They get a depression, they get lonely, they get miserable just because they don't feel their value or whatever. So it doesn't matter where you live. You don't have to move and think that all your problems will be solved because you move to another country or something. No. I actually remember very well when I was 16, I came to the States for the first time. I was an exchange student, and I lived 1 year in the US, which was actually very nice. And I remember that at that time, I really felt this big difference between the country I came from and all the memories from the past, and the country I flew to at that time. I felt a big difference, a big contrast. It was really like coming to a different world, different planet. Everything seemed to be completely perfect, Everything was taken care of. Everything was in abundance. You have everything on the outer level. Everything was taken care of. And I thought, wow, interesting. It's kind of like a dream or a paradise or something like that. And then because I started to get to know people better, I had friends there, and families, different families. I got involved, and I was staying with a family myself. It was actually really a nice family, great host parents, and a girl, and a baby girl, and a dog. It was nice. So I actually loved the experience. I think being an exchange student gives you a lot of perspective in life, a lot of interesting experiences. It was difficult because I was, and I'm an introvert. So being a 16-year-old introvert, it was a little bit difficult and challenging, and also, foreign language and stuff. But anyway, it was a great experience. And the point is, at some point, I started to get to know people better. And what I realized, that they also suffer, and they're frustrated, and they have trouble and problems. And I even got a feeling that their problems are more serious, because when you have outer problems, like you have to think about how to feed your family, how to survive, how to get basic stuff, which kind of was the history of my country. And coming to the country where everything was in abundance, I thought that people have less problems, but I realized that they're in a trouble, because they didn't have to fight for survival, they had to fight for something else. They had the space and time to be with themselves so much that they started to realize that they have some inner trouble going on. Like, again, depressions, being lonely, being rejected, or being not valued, and all those inner Disneyland that we can have. For me, it was a surprise. I remember I was 16 and I got this feeling, wow, people suffer here not less than in my country. I even got a feeling they suffer kind of on a different level, but this inner level, the suffering you have within, it's even worse because it's within, when you have suffering outside of you, like outer circumstances and stuff, and you don't think about your own stuff inside, you kind of feel like you are good enough, but the trouble is outside. But when outside things are taken care of and you are there witnessing yourself, your inner world, and having all those troubles inside, I think this suffering is more realistic, because then there's nobody or nowhere to go, because it's all in you. So when I came to this realization that people in the States suffer not less than in my own country, even though it looks better on the outer level, I realized that this is our human nature, that we always, see things like the glass is always half empty. We don't appreciate what we have. And we should really start appreciating what we have. If we have a new girlfriend, we should appreciate her, not only the first month, not only the first year, but we should remember the value and really value that. We should value ourselves, we should value what we have, people we have in our life, our friends, our circumstances, the stuff we get. We take it for granted. Go to another part of the world, another country, it's not for granted. But you also don't have to create your own suffering just because outer things are taken care of. So if we don't change our mindset, our view to this world, this half empty glass view, then no matter what kind of conditions we live in, no matter what kind of things we create, then we will never be happy or successful, or whatever you call it, or free. Then we will have all the freedom in the world and still be like, oh, I'm lonely or something. You're lonely? Go and meet people. Go get connected to people. Find like-minded people. And by the way, this channel is for people who look for freedom, who want to build freedom in life. So if you look for freedom, then this channel is for you. Here we go on this journey together. I'm learning from you. You can learn from me if you want. And I have a lot to share when it comes to starting your own business from scratch, building your freedom on all levels, from financial to emotional, because both are necessary if you want to be happy. And this was my understanding when I came to the States for the first time. It was like, wow, we have to take care of everything. What do we have? Inner, outer, financial, but also emotional, and because it's all important. It's not either or, it's both and. And so if you value freedom and want to build freedom in your life, then really consider joining this community. Subscribe to this channel, give this video a like if you watched that far, it means you like it, and leave me a comment if this video was useful for you, if this is something that resonates with you. What are your thoughts about being successful and suffering in general? What is your life experience on this topic? I'm very curious. I really wonder what you think, and let's really help each other change our view and really start appreciating what we have and who we are now. It doesn't mean we have to be satisfied and don't develop. Of course we have to develop. It's a constant journey of becoming more developed, becoming more free, becoming more valuable. Basically, you find your value. The value is there. You just have to unpack it. You have to discover it. You have to bring it up, you have to realize the full potential in you, yes, for sure. But already today you have to, shut up this conversation that you are not good enough. or that your life is not good enough, or the conditions are not good enough, or, you know, the country or whatever. Start valuing what you have. Talk about the things that can be improved, but also take practical action and stop this, you know, suffering. You have to really stop this suffering tendency in yourself, because this is like you see everywhere. We can see it in relationships, we can see it in business, we can see it everywhere. Like moving to another country and then again not happy, again not good enough. It's a never-ending story. So how about we end it now, in the way that we start enjoying life today? We start being successful today, being happy. If you want to know more about how to build freedom and happiness in life, join me on this channel. Also check out some useful links below. Join me on Instagram as well. And yeah, all the best luck to you, and I will see you in the next video.